Hey loves, and welcome to Heart Love Messages. My name is Crystal. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. If you are already subscribed here, welcome back. So tonight I have a no contact message from your person. I will be pulling from this deck here just to see how your person is currently feeling, how they are currently viewing you and or your connection, as well as any other important messages that they may have for you at this time, okay? So let's go ahead and get into it. Let's get a very clear and concise message directly from their heart space. Wow. The first message that we have here is new timeline. And the energy coming through with this card is so bold and it's so matter of fact. This message is coming from a higher power. Whether you know it or not, Divine Feminine, your connection has been compromised in some way, okay? There's a really, really heavy energy coming through with this card here. And this is tied to something that either you or your masculine participated in the recent past. Whatever this is had such a direct impact on your progress that the entire timeline that this connection was built upon has either collapsed or is currently collapsing at this moment. So everything, literally everything that was involved with this connection coming together, the location, the people, the environment, but most importantly, the energy is collapsing at this moment. So it's virtually impossible for you to go back to that current timeline. I'm also picking up on the word attachment very, very clearly. So there could either be something that was attached to the both of you together within this connection, or there could be some type of external attachment that is contributing to this timeline shift. But the way that this energy is coming through, you both can feel this, okay? It's almost as if it's way too intense for you not to be aware of what's happening right now. So if you've been feeling really, really anxious about your connection recently, just completely out of nowhere, it's because it's almost as if you can feel on a deep level that things will never be the same. And it's due to this previous timeline no longer serving you in any kind of way. It's almost as if everything that you were supposed to experience, everything that you were supposed to see as it pertains to that person was supposed to take place at that specific time. So it's nearly impossible for you to go backwards, especially as it pertains to your specific love story. It just doesn't fit where you are today. So whether you know it or not, a lot of you Divine Feminines have outgrown the very timeline that this connection manifested on. And because of this, it's finally collapsing. And this can go one or two ways, depending on where you and your person are currently on your personal journeys. So from this moment forward, everything that's about to take place in your connection will be a totally new experience for the both of you. And I'm getting that there has been some kind of evidence of this in your life. For a lot of you, you just feel this really anxious type of energy around your connection. A lot of you are receiving really, really weird signs as it pertains to your person, or just images or memories that take you back to this specific moment in time. And this could also be tapping into that energy of attachment. And because this was such a life-changing experience or exchange between the both of you, it's almost like there's a part of you that always goes back to this timeline by way of your mind, your heart, or your emotions. So if you notice that you have reached a place in your connection where things feel really, really lost in a sense, this is why. That timeline is collapsing. And this only happens when there is a drastic change to the energy of your connection or your individual energies, which can either complement one another or they don't. So if you have been feeling a lot of anticipation lately in your emotional body, Divine Feminine, around your connection, or if you feel suddenly that things will never feel the same, you are spot on. I'm also picking up on this underlying energy of doubt as well. Heavy, heavy doubt. And it's because deep down, you and your person don't know where this connection is headed. Maybe this is something that you haven't verbalized or you haven't expressed or even admitted to yourself. But the way this energy is coming through, it's almost so intense that you can't really overlook it, okay? Let's get the next message here. Wow. The next message that we have is, you are not the same person I met. I'm getting reintroduction very, very clearly. So this is picking up on two souls who are about to meet again, but you're about to meet on different terms, in a different place, and on a new timeline. So not only has the timeline collapsed, but the versions of you that existed on that timeline have also been compromised in some way. Okay, the energy of this reading is getting deep. So this may be for a really, really specific connection, because this is something that's rarely spoken about on the twin flame journey. And that is the effect that this journey has not only on your inner world, but also on your external world, your physical appearance, and how you present. So what's being highlighted here is that not only is the energy of your connection changing in a major way, but the both of you have changed physically. And there's a dual energy coming through. So the both of you are being changed in ways that you may be surprised about or even shocked to see. So much so that the information that you may have, or the memories that you may have of this person, just the overall energy of that specific timeline is completely different from what's actually happening, okay? It's almost like this is what your souls or your higher selves are saying to one another. You are not the same person that I met. And I'm getting clearly that this is all due to the state of your current inner worlds. For your masculine, this could be happening in a very, very different way from what's happening to you, divine feminine, just based upon how they're wired. So this is directly tied to the energies of the people, places, and things that are closest to your person. So if they're in a place physically right now where their growth and their ascension can be supported in a real way, then this is being reflected in their looks somehow, or how they present. But for you, divine feminine, it's the complete opposite. And it's actually even more intense for you, because it's your inner world, your emotions, that have the power to alter your physicality. So with this card here, you're not the same person I met. It's like your souls have received confirmation of this. And where you are mentally, emotionally, intellectually, is somehow now directly linked to how you physically present. And this is why you cannot go back to that previous timeline, because vibrationally, you're not even the same people that met in the beginning. Your inner worlds have literally changed you into two totally different beings. And this is not only pertaining to how you look, but also how you think, how you love, how you view the world, and also how you view one another. So there's definitely been some powerful transformations that have happened behind the scenes, and you both can feel it. It may even feel like your higher selves are trying to send you evidence of these changes, almost like you're being prepared in a way. Yeah, this message is very, very specific. And this points to two people who have always had a really, really powerful energetic bond. But it's almost as if the realization that both of you are two totally different people is causing a major collapse of this timeline that you both have been holding on to, okay? Wow. So there's something here with the energies of attachment versus the energies of detachment when it comes to this connection as well, which is really, really powerful. I think the energy of detachment is one of the main principles of the twin flame journey, because it's almost as if after you go through each stage, you have to physically, mentally, and emotionally detach in order to integrate the energies. So yeah, something really, really powerful is happening individually. And because the both of you are in this place, it is affecting the connection in a major way. Let's get the next message here. Yeah. The next message that we have is, I ruined us. Yeah. If you're wondering why all of this is happening, this is why the energy has been stuck. I'm getting on and off very clearly. And I'm getting the image of a light switch. So the best way that I can describe this energy is that there's a masculine who completely sabotaged this connection with you. And it's been eating at them emotionally and mentally, because this was not their initial intention, or this wasn't the way that this connection started out. This masculine fell very, very hard for you. And I mean almost instantly. They also moved at a very, very quick pace. So you may have realized when you first came in contact with this person, or over the course of your connection, that there was something really impulsive about their movements with you, about their actions when you were in their presence. Almost like they were trying to race or trying to speed towards a certain finish line. You may also feel like you went through a lot of the stages in this connection really, really quickly. And it feels like this is why this masculine has been carrying around this guilt. Because when they sit back and think about their approach and the way that they felt initially, they can't help but to think about the fact that you are still in no contact. So it's almost as if there's been this push and pull in their thought process when it comes to how things were in the beginning versus how they are now. In the beginning, there was this really powerful spark, or this activation, this magnetic pull that your person really, really couldn't explain, where they just had the urge to be close to you all the time. Yeah, the best way I can describe it is like an on and off switch. When they were close to you, they would feel on. When they were away from you, they would feel off. So very early on, it's like they connected that feeling or that vibration to you, Divine Feminine. And this is deeper than you think, because in many ways, you became a source for them. So maybe this is why they put up a boundary, or pulled their energy back from you, or even rejected you in some way, because they're still holding on to this very heavy guilt and this energy of sabotage. And when we look at this on a spiritual level, guilt is a clear indication that there's a blockage in the sacral chakra. So when it comes to your person's deepest desires, what really drives them, what they really want when it comes to love and when it comes to feminine energy, your person may be at this place where they admitted to themselves one way or another that they can't truly get what they want or what they feel that they deserve in life and in love. And honestly, depending on how energetically bonded you are with this masculine, you may be feeling the same way, Divine Feminine. And because the both of you are feeling this, it's actually manifested in this blockage. There is so much energy surrounding this card here. So I may have to go into that a little bit deeper in the extended, but I feel like this is just giving you a closer look at how your person's energy and emotions has directly contributed to the collapsing of this timeline. It really feels like this is something that the both of you contributed to energetically, but you may not even be aware how powerful your energy is and how powerful you both are affecting one another, even from a distance. Okay? Let's get the next message here. Okay. So the next message that we have here is, I can feel you pulling on my energy. And Divine Feminine, I feel your energy coming through very, very strong with this card here. So you can literally feel your person pulling on you at this time. I'm even getting at the most random times. And you truly want to know what this means. I'm also being brought back to that sacral chakra energy. So this is definitely a masculine that has always had the ability to pull on you emotionally and sexually in a really powerful way, even though you're at a distance. And lately you've been wondering why that is and what this means. There's a very deep correlation between this masculine energy and your sacral chakra. And not for obvious reasons, but this is picking up on your level of creativity, divine feminine. This person sends you energy in order for you to channel it in some way creatively, maybe through art, writing, singing, or even to help you tap into deeper levels of spirituality. There's something that was activated in your sacral chakra upon coming in contact with this person that still pulls on you to this day. And it's very, very easy to mistake this for sexual energy, but it's so much deeper than that, because this is the energy center that represents your life force. So if you've been feeling this while at a distance from your person, you're definitely being called to channel this energy correctly. Some of you have very powerful destinies and also very powerful abilities to attract abundance through this energy center. So that may not be for everyone, but whenever there's a connection that has a lot of this sacral energy come through, you not only have a really, really powerful energetic bond, but you can also send one another energy in a way that can be life-changing. For some of you, you've already done this, or you know exactly how to work with this energy. But for others of you, you may be wondering why you feel your person in this way and what it means as it pertains to your spiritual journey. This is raw, creative energy, the energy that is used to bring life into the world. So to channel this into some kind of creative outlet that is connected to your heart space can absolutely change your life. And honestly, it feels like these are the very changes that could be guiding you to this new timeline, almost as if there's a totally new reality where this version of you already exists. And also, because the sacral chakra is tied to your sexual energy, as well as your overall life force energy as the feminine, this could be affecting you on a much deeper level than it is affecting your masculine. So I really want to explore that a little bit deeper in the extended, because I feel like that could be a separate message that's tied to your destiny, your purpose, or just something about you channeling this raw creative energy that is about to change your life in a major, major way. And all of it exists on this new timeline, okay? Let's get the next message here. Okay, so the next message that we have is, this is harder than I thought. Yeah, if you're resonating with this message so far, it honestly feels like the universe is testing the both of you. So with this card here, the test is to let go of this previous timeline so that a new one can come fully into form. Because it really feels as if you've been holding on to versions of one another that no longer exist, which could also be the reason why it feels almost impossible for you both to come into physical union. It feels like this is a connection that has a little bit of history. It also feels like this was a connection that was so life-changing and so powerful that it's almost like you have an attachment to that specific timeline. But there is so much new energy that wants to come in. But the feelings or the underlying energy of your connection has to be mutual. So even though you are at a distance, your higher selves have been very, very close in the 5D. And this is why you may feel that anxious energy. For some of you, I feel like this is coming through as anxiety, especially as this is tied to your heart chakra. You may just randomly feel a rush of energy in your heart chakra. For others of you, this is coming through as comfort. Almost like your souls are sending one another energy at this time, because you both know on a soul level that you have changed in a major way and that your connection was somehow compromised. That energy keeps coming through. For some of you, you already know this. You know that there's either external energy that have affected your connection, or even on a deeper level, your masculine's pace as it pertains to them healing and transmuting a lot of energies have directly affected the progression of your connection. And there could be many, many reasons for this, okay? But what's clear here is that there's nowhere for this connection to land on that previous timeline. And this is not a negative thing. The way this energy is coming through, you both align with one another at a perfect time, in the perfect place, and under the perfect circumstances. And that's what that specific timeline was for. The spark, the activation, all of it was really, really significant. But where you are now on a soul level, okay, this is speaking about your journey, your destiny. All of it has changed. And this is pointing to a very significant stage in every twin flame connection, which is the purification stage, where you essentially allow all the internal upgrades to fully integrate physically. And although this may sound pleasant, it may actually feel like a tower moment, where everything in your life kind of goes to shit before it comes back together beautifully. But when you think about it, that's the purpose of this connection. That's the purpose of the journey, to ascend and to continue to grow and level up, and to also hold space for what that looks like for not only yourself, but also for your person. So if you are resonating with this message, your connection is being purified at this time. And it's changing everything from the way that you feel, even down to the way that you present. You'll notice, especially as a feminine energy, when you get in tune with your emotions, it does something to the way that you physically present. You start to look more vibrant. You start to call back a lot of your life force energy that you may have spent on doubting, on worrying, on second guessing a lot of things in your life. So a lot of you will start to experience this glow effect that a lot of divine feminines go through once you accept exactly where you are on your journey, without looking back, without looking to the past, and without looking to the future. It's almost as if the more you can exist in this present moment, the more you actually become more of yourself. I hope that's coming through clearly, but this message is really, really specific. But I feel like it's really pointing to the many, many ways that this energy can change you. For some of you, it's also changing your level of creativity and even your abundance. But like I said earlier, even though that sounds really beautiful and really positive, it's easier said than done, because naturally you may find yourself wanting to go back to the timeline that this connection was created on, but you're being called somewhere higher in mind, body, and soul. And right now, you both are being tested by the universe in this way. So if you've been feeling afraid even, I'm getting this energy of fear, to let go, not of your person, not of your connection, not of what this represents spiritually, but to let go of that previous timeline and how your connection has to look and how it has to present in the physical realm. It's almost as if this reading is giving you permission to do so. And you will be surprised, not only by how you feel, but also by how you look, how you begin to feel about your person, how you begin to feel about your life, about your abundance, about your creativity. It's almost as if your higher power has been sending you a lot of information or a lot of confirmation around how directly connected your person is to your chakra system. So all of this energy that you've been feeling is really to clear up any blockages that may be there, so that you can thrive and so that you can not only unlock some powerful truths about this connection in your person, but also about your own destiny. The feminine energy that I'm tapping into, you are very, very talented. You have a lot of creative energy. And what's so special about the sacral chakra is that it houses all of this energy in one, your sexual energy and your creative energy. So at times it could be hard to, tell the difference between the two. So if you've been picking up on this, there's definitely something here for you to create. But I'm getting that a lot of you are already doing this, and it's changing your life in a very beautiful way. But for others of you, definitely find ways to channel this energy, because it's going to change your life, okay? Let's get the last message here. Wow. So the last message that we have is past life connection. Yeah. This is such a deep reading because what you sign up for with this connection is a life partner, a person that will go through the many phases of life and morph into who they need to be at each level of ascension. So this is simply confirmation that your souls agreed to align in every lifetime, no matter what. So this new timeline that you're being guided to create is a part of a much bigger plan. A plan that not only the both of you agreed to, but the both of you are actually being prepared for, either physically or energetically. This card could also explain why there has been such a hold on the past, or even a series of events that took place in the past. And it's because it's really significant to the both of you in some way. The way that you met one another, the way that your lives changed, the way that you affected one another, you did something to each other on a spiritual level. So there's like a sense of dedication or a sense of devotion that you have to a specific timeline. And it's really, really significant to not only you, Divine Feminine, but also to your masculine. But if you're wondering why you have been in no contact, or why there's been such a sense of stagnancy over your connection, I feel like this reading is kind of unpacking that. So for a lot of you, this could be a huge green flag or a sign for you to let go of that previous timeline, because there's new energy that wants to come through. And the only way for you to see true progress is to make room for this new version of your person, because they are not the same. And neither are you, Divine Feminine. And it feels like the universe has been sending to both of you so much evidence of this in order for you to prepare for one another. So not only is something about to take place on a physical level, but there's also something here that's tied to your destiny. There's something here tied to your abundance. I'm getting like power couple energy coming through with this card here. So you and your masculine have only been feeling this heavy intensity or even this attachment to your journey, to your connection, to your bond, to your love story, because you know that you were designed for something way bigger than what it is that you experience. This is why your masculine has this feeling of regret. They feel like they ruined this connection in some way. And even them thinking of that and kind of living in the past and having this nostalgic energy has really contributed to the delays in ways that they may not even be aware of. So Divine Feminine, this energy that you are receiving, it's almost like you're receiving the energy of transmutation, to take something that was very real for you, a very real experience, a very powerful experience, and to transmute it into something that you truly, truly desire. And the more that you do this, the more that you are going to really clear the path for this energy to manifest in the physical, especially if you feel this energy of anxiousness or anticipation. It's letting you know that something is on the horizon. I've also been seeing the number 222 lately. So if you've been seeing that angel number, this is definitely confirmation for you that there is alignment coming towards you. And this may not always manifest physically. This can manifest energetically. This can manifest mentally, emotionally, creatively. There's so many ways that you can bring alignment into your life. But the beautiful thing about that is once you open up to that energy of alignment, it literally trickles over into every area of your life. So this is very, very beautiful energy. I'm going to go ahead and end the reading here. If you resonated with this message, please be sure to hit the like button on the way out. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the channel. If you are a member over on Patreon, I will be heading over there to pull 3 more cards just to tap into this energy a little bit more, because I feel like there's a much deeper message that wants to come through here. But thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.